We recently used a public restroom that had women in it.
Let's talk about that.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and this is Back to the Corgi. We're from Jacksonville, Florida. Good mythical morning.
Good mythical morning.
This episode is brought to you by Catulas.com. That's the guys with the goods, including the tactical bat light bat?
I think it's a bat light.
Bat light. That's the strobe effect right there. You can beat somebody with it, or you can shine somebody with it.
Well, no, I think the way it works typically is you would be like in your house like this, and you see the guy, and then you're like,
oh crap! Bam, bam, bam!
2 in 1, 2 for 1. And do I get this one?
No, I get this one.
Well, how do we make that decision?
Well, just get your own.
Let's pull on it like a wishbone.
Okay.
1, 2.
It's strong too, people.
I don't think that's going to accomplish
Extended
much.
sponsor moment this morning. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to the discomfort.
We recently...
Meaning this episode.
Yes, it's a little uncomfortable for us to talk about because we're still recovering from what happened. When we recently went to the YouTube Space LA, which is an amazing space, by the way. I don't know if you saw the video, the promotional video that we made a cameo in for the YouTube Space LA. Amazing space down in Playa Vista.
Basically, YouTubers can go there. If you're a partner and you've got a great idea, you can go there for free and use their equipment and their space and make something awesome.
Yes, but... as is typical when you go to a place and you've been in the car for a while, when you show up, you got to take a leak. Mm-hmm. Or maybe more. It just depends on the day, how the day's going.
Yeah.
That happened.
It happens to the best of us.
And we were like, where's the restroom? And they kind of pointed. And we go over there. And then I'm like, well, where's the men's? Where's the women's? Unisex. What does that mean?
Did it say unisex on the door?
It said unisex bathrooms and it had an arrow.
Now, first of all, the term unisex has always confused me because I've seen it a lot on
Really?
hair salon places.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that? I mean, as a child, not as an adult, of course. What is unisex? What does that mean? I've pretty much chosen my sex. It's only for one sex.
You chose your sex?
Which sex?
I don't think so, buddy.
Let me take that back. I didn't choose my sex. I know what my sex is.
Well, I think you're way overcomplicating this. I mean, unisex means for both sexes.
No, it sounds like it means one sex. Like either male or female can get their hair cut here or can use the bathroom here. But I've never seen it on a bathroom, but I've seen it in salons from a young age. And what I was saying was, okay, if it's just one sex, unisex, uni means what, Rhett? One.
No, it doesn't. I think it means all, like a
unicycle.
University.
No,
university.
How many wheels on a unicycle?
It's all for one, one for all.
Oh.
Males and females.
See, I was saying a unicycle has one wheel.
Everybody.
A unisex salon is for one sex. I just don't know which one. So I'm not going to go in there. But I really had to go to the bathroom, so I went in this unisex one at YouTube.
I went into it also. But
I did know what it was when I went into it.
I went in with trepidation. I went in hesitantly.
We didn't go in at the same time, by the way.
I went in after you. I didn't know what was going to happen.
I went in first, and lo and behold, first thing I see is a woman. Well, now, even though I knew that there could be women in here, there's a difference between...
Was she at the urinal?
Well, there are no urinals. We can describe that in a second. Even though I knew that there could be women in there, it's totally different when you actually encounter a woman in a bathroom. A woman you don't know in a public restroom.
How you doing?
I just went into that mode of, I opened the door and she was right there kind of coming out from the bathroom at the same time. And I was like, my brain said, you're in the wrong place. Flee, get out. And I just started backpedaling and apologizing. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then she was like, yeah, it's weird. You don't have to apologize. I was like, yeah, this is weird. And then I kind of went by her and go into the bathroom. And the way they have it set up is all on the right side.
Did you go into the stall that she came out of?
All on the right side, they have sinks. All on the left side, they have these stalls that Rhett's referring to. And each stall has a toilet. There are no urinals in the place.
Because that would be confusing for women.
I don't know if I went into the stall she came out of, but I went into a stall. And it was just, on a subconscious level.
Now, if you came into a bathroom and you did see a woman using a urinal, I would definitely flee at that point.
Yeah, that could happen. It happens.
Well,
in LA.
It probably has happened.
It doesn't happen in Fuquay.
I don't like to picture it, though. Okay, continue.
Now, This goes pretty deep for me in terms of just, I think, the fears of public restroom. I have this fear whenever I go in a public restroom, and I swear to you, every single time I go into a public restroom, there's something in the back of my mind that says, hold on, are you in the women's restroom? Like, literally, in the back of my mind. I'm at a
Has it
urinal.
happened before?
Every single time oh, you mean going into a women?
I mean, like, where do you have this fear?
I've never been in a women's restroom by accident. It's never happened.
That's why they put. Now, there are times when I'm confused, like when you go to a Mexican restaurant and it says like "señor" and "señorita," and I'm like, hold on, which or it's some weirder situation where it's like they're using some sort of
cute
imagery, and I'm like, am I a bull or am I a cat? I don't know.
I'm a bull, baby. I'm a bull.
But when it says men and it's got the man, who doesn't wear a skirt, the women's symbol is a little sexist. All women wear skirts. I think that's where the unisex thing came from.
I don't know what I'm reacting to, but there's many times when I will be at a urinal doing number one,
well,
and it will occur.
I hope you're doing number one.
It will occur to me. Am I in a women's restroom? I don't know why. And then I have to have a conversation with myself, and I will say,
what is wrong
Hold
with
on,
you?
Link. You're at a urinal. You couldn't be in a women's restroom. You're okay. You're in the right place. I am that paranoid about it. And I don't know why.
You need counseling.
It is weird. I probably do need counseling. So going into this YouTube restroom, unisex restroom, totally took me off my game. Totally freaked me out. I couldn't go. I just stared at the toilet forever, and it was just like, well, I guess I'm just going to go out here and wash my hands, probably see another woman. I might not pee again in my life ever.
Well, I got to be honest with you. When I went in to the restroom, I was like really nervous because I was like, are there going to be urinals? And obviously those are for me because I'm a man.
Yeah.
But
You're
I
a
don't.
bull,
But I don't want to.
not a cat.
I don't want a woman washing her hands and like looking at me when I'm at the urinal. And I also don't want to like walk past a stall and like see a woman's feet. I mean, call me old-fashioned, but I don't want to watch a woman use the restroom. And I don't want to be around a woman using the restroom.
Right.
And I don't want to be around a man using the restroom either. But
it happens.
I would prefer to avoid that whole social thing. But then when I go in and I realize that, oh no, this is just everyone has their own stall.
It's really a room.
It's a room. It's totally sealed off. You can't look down and see people's feet. It's closed off at the top. And I was like, oh, this is no big deal. This is just like
it's even a little soundproofed, actually.
Yeah, you can't.
Like I don't feel like you can hear the tinkling and the twinkling happening.
No, you can't.
Or other things that happen inside of that
the plopping
booth.
You can't hear any plopping or tinkling. None of that happens. And so I was at that point I was very much at ease.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I still was even washing my hands beside a woman I don't know when it's still in a restroom was not comfortable for me.
There was no women. There were no women in there when I came out. So
you waited. You saw me come out all pale faced, like the blood had left my face.
But then
you still decided to go in.
But that was actually the first time we went to the YouTube Space LA was actually late last year, like December, right? Mm-hmm. But then we went back the other day.
And so we're prepared by this point.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I dreamed about it the night before. I thought about it that morning. I was like, I'm going there. The bathrooms are unisex. It's going to be okay. You can do this.
I could be your counselor. We have a couch. You can just lay down and I'll sit over here and I'll ask you questions. Or I'll just let you talk and just act like I'm writing it down.
Well, good. I'd like for you to listen to me for once. Just
so
kidding.
tell me what was the difference when you went back?
Well, you saw the difference, right?
I want to hear it from the man who's scared of bathrooms.
Okay, so here's what happened. We go back, everything's the same. I go in there, but there's one difference. Now when you go in the YouTube unisex bathroom, when you enter that zone, sink still on your right, booth still on your left, you go up to a booth, and now each booth is labeled. Some are labeled with a man, and some are labeled with a woman.
And the reason is obvious, because after a few months of this unisex bathroom situation, women would open the stall door and they would see urine all over the place.
Because here's the principle at work. Men pee on everything.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
we
instinctual.
just can't help it. You know, you're sitting there, you're aimed right in the middle, and you just can't resist the temptation. Just kind of, you know, you just actually that's not true.
No.
There's especially when you're a tall man. There's a lot of splashing that happens. I mean, listen, I'm coming.
That's a long ways away,
Dude, I'm like coming from 4 feet away, you know, and so it's even if microscopic amounts of urine get all over the bathroom, that's something that doesn't happen when a woman uses the restroom. And so these women go in there and like, oh, what do I do? Oh, this is so nasty. And then someone's like, listen, I know we've done this unisex thing, but it's not really working out. So let's make the whole thing unisex, but let's make each individual stall sex. You know.
Sexed. You're gonna sex the stalls.
Yeah, let's make it male or female, you know? Let's get this stuff straight. Which I think, in my mind, just goes back to the principle, should have been from the beginning, just make the restrooms male and female.
Well, no, there's a lot of efficiencies in terms of, it's just very efficient in terms of cost and in terms of water. Not water usage. Well, definitely in terms
Square
of
footage?
space.
Okay, maybe
Definitely in
that.
terms of space. That's pretty much it, right?
I like the urinal option, though. I don't think I think there should be one bigger room within there that's just a bunch of urinals. I mean, at least give us an option.
And you can also smoke in there.
Yeah, in the smoking room.
and tell bawdy stories.
So let us know in the comments if you've ever been to a unisex bathroom. What was your experience like? Do you prefer it? Do you not prefer it? And what do you think we should be doing? You know, everything's changing in the world. Maybe all bathrooms should be unisex. Maybe we should all use urinals for everything.
How did that happen? Like I spin the wheel and I turn back around and you're talking about everybody using urinals? Tuned out for a second. All right, let's end this episode.
Dramatic death scene. You want to die or you want me to die?
I want you to die. Let's just see who can die first.
Well, I know.
See this thumb here? I haven't told you before, but it's lethal. Doesn't look sharp,
Really?
but just check this out.
Link.
Yes.
Link.
Sorry, I thumbed you.
I have one last request.
Okay.
I want you to carry on my mission to get women everywhere to use urinals.
That's it? That's your last request?
Can you promise me? Promise me. Promise me you'll get women to use urinals.
I promise. Psych.